Countries will be required to communicate their emissions goals every 5 years. Now, the rich countries will provide assistance to poorer nations to enable them cut emissions and cope with the effects of global warming. But developing countries are not happy. They say the proposals allow rich nations to shirk their responsibilities while still leaving vulnerable states facing the effects of climate change. Well, BBC Afrique's Ellen Alex met Professor Judi Wakhungu, Kenya's Minister for Environment, and she asked her why they won't sign the current draft.
Kenya has been adversely affected by climate change. We are experiencing erratic weather, the floods are worse than ever before, and the droughts are longer than ever before. And so we are really in the throes of climate change.
What is missing in this current draft?
I think the commitment to 1.5-degree target, we need to be more ambitious about that. The modalities of the financing, we also need to be very clear about how can we access those funds going forward.
There is an African campaign for compensation. Are you supporting it?
Well, we are negotiating as a group. And so we are happy that adaptation is being considered seriously, and the fact that now loss and damage, which is now Article 5, is also being considered separately. When it comes to compensation, I will have to discuss with my group of negotiators to see where that conversation is headed. Kenya already has put serious investments in renewable energy because we are committed to reducing our emissions by 30%. We would also put a lot of money into water storage and distribution projects. Because again, when it comes to water storage, particularly in the onset of drought, many people are forced to go without water and sanitation.
How far are people in Kenya aware of climate change?
Well, people may not be aware of the climate change, say, as a science, but they are aware of the erratic weather. Many people in communities will tell you the seasons have changed. The seasons are erratic. We no longer know when to plant, when to harvest. We no longer have the appropriate seeds, for example. So they may not know the science, but they know that the weather is erratic. We can't sign an agreement which is not ambitious enough because lives are at stake. Our future generations are at stake. So we really need to be very serious in terms of what it is that we commit to do.
Now, the winners of this year's Nobel